We're glad you're with us this evening. I'm Terri Brewer. Lynn Brooks is on assignment tonight. Governor Robert Bentley is proposing some changes for Alabama, including charter schools. A closer look at that is on the way. But first, a breakdown of some of the other changes you can expect is in our top story at 5 o'clock. Governor Robert Bentley delivered his State of the State address last night in Montgomery. Bentley is from Tuscaloosa. He outlined a number of plans involving job creation and changes for education. He also said next year's budget for state agencies will be 25% less than this year's budget, and he will not support a tax increase.
I will oppose any effort to raise taxes on Alabama families, and I will veto any tax increase. The people of this state expect us to live within our means, and that's exactly what we're going to do.
Now, Governor Bentley says he will make the cuts through consolidating state agencies, streamlining the process for issuing state licenses, and saving on technology costs. He said he will not cut funding for prisons, state troopers, and services for children and the elderly. Now, here are some of Bentley's other proposals: starting a health alliance to fight health problems in Alabama, borrow money through a bond issue to repair roads and replace bridges, give schools more flexibility and free them from some state and federal regulations, and give teachers a dollar-for-dollar tax credit for spending money on their classrooms. The governor also said he would propose legislation to create a limited number of public charter schools in Alabama. So what are charter schools, and what are the arguments for and against them? According to University of Alabama professor of education Dr. Wayne Urban, charter schools are public schools that are often free from state regulation. According to William Tennell with the Alabama Education Association, there are problems with charter schools, one being how the state will fund them without taking money from existing public schools. But other Alabama educators say it could present a positive form of competition.
Charter schools could provide a sort of competition that may give some incentive for the public school system to rid itself of those persons who are not pulling their load and not doing what school systems are designed to do, that is, help children.
You can learn more about charter school programs from the U.S. Department of Education website. Of course, we'll have much more on charter schools at 6. And for a shortcut to that website, just go to WVUATV.com and click numbers and links. Well, if you travel along Highway 69, you may soon see some improvements. The city of Tuscaloosa is asking the State Department of Transportation to help improve traffic congestion on Highway 69. The city is teaming up with the Tuscaloosa County Commission, and both governments say improvements to the highway are desperately needed. The city is looking specifically for what improvements are needed at the 69 Skyland Boulevard corridor. Mayor Walt Maddox says he wants to see a long-term plan, not one which addresses just immediate concerns.
What we're interested in is the study not only focusing on present-day needs, but what are going to be the needs 10 years from now and 20 years from now.
Highway 69 is a state highway, but Mayor Maddox says it's possible the city of Tuscaloosa would help with the cost of improvements. Also in Tuscaloosa, the City Council is moving closer to a plan to get Forest Lake cleaned up. The city has reached a funding agreement with the federal government to remove debris from the lake. Of course, the debris is from the April 27th tornado. The project carries close to a $300,000 price tag, but the city will pay for just 10% of that. The federal government will pick up the remaining 90%. City officials say there are still talks on how engineers will actually accomplish the cleanup. New for you at 5 o'clock, disaster assistance is now available for people in Perry County who were hit by the January storms. Officials say residents can get grants for home repairs, housing, rent, and other storm-related expenses not covered by insurance. Low-cost loans are also available to cover home and business losses. Chilton and Jefferson counties have already been approved for the aid. Some University of Alabama researchers say they've made a breakthrough that could lead to potential new treatments for Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's disease is a chronic progressive movement disorder, meaning symptoms continue to worsen over time. UA scientist Dr. Guy Caldwell has been working alongside his wife, Kim Caldwell, to find ways to help people dealing with Parkinson's disease. Their research focuses on proteins that might not be reaching the right spots or accumulating in brain cells, but they say a specific protein they are studying could help with that.
Discoveries like this one and related ones, they all accumulate on each other, and we all get a better understanding of what's causing the disease, as well as finding things that may prevent it. And that progress has been exponential in the past decade. And really, the quality of science, the amount of science that's going on in the field is exciting.
Caldwell says he thinks patients with Parkinson's should have a sincere hope there will be progress toward a cure. On your home team Crime Watch, your chance to provide the missing information. West Alabama investigators are looking for suspects, and you may recognize one of those faces they're looking for. Here's this week's Tuscaloosa County's Most Wanted.
Hello, my name's Ted Sexton, the Sheriff of Tuscaloosa County. Thanks to your help, capture 354. Anthony Colvin was arrested on the charge of theft of property in the first degree, forgery in the second, and other charges. Again, thanks for your help. Capture 354. Now, let's go find more Tuscaloosa County's Most Wanted. Barrett Shea Thompson, wanted on charge of domestic violence in the third degree by strangulation. He's a white male, 27 years of age, 5'10", 150 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. Last known to be living on Broadway Drive in McCullough. Larry Darnell Smith, wanted on charge of attempted murder and shooting into an occupied dwelling. He's a black male. He's 23 years of age, 5'9", 150 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. Last known to be living on 39th Street in Tuscaloosa. If you have any information on these as well as others wanted by the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office, please call us at 205-464-8672 or go to our website at www.tcsoal.org. You can like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter, and working together, we'll continue to make Tuscaloosa County a safer place to live.
The Tuscaloosa Amphitheater has added another star to its lineup, former Beatle Ringo Starr, to be exact. Starr and his 13th All-Star Band announced its tour schedule today, which includes a stop in Tuscaloosa on July 3rd. But the famous musician won't be the only artist there. His band features former members of Toto, Mr. and Journey.